Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. We're doing hard today. I figured might as well do it before the update since egos aren't really the kind of thing to focus on for hard, it feels like. Or Ritornello, as you know, it's supposed to be called. And I've already rolled for the correct floor here because we're looking for a specific EU gift combination. That's right, we're looking for the Nagellandhammer Scriptures. Ally wins a class using a skill that inflicts bleed potency, counter unique bleed, inflict 1 to 2 nails. Set as from N-Corp, gain 1 Fanatic at turn start. We're going for a full N-Corp team here. So obviously we've just got, full N-Corp on this team. This is a nice start if we can pass this. Which is a big if, maybe. I believe. Nice, cool. This will give us more options in the future, that'll be good. Yeah, full N-Corp team. We also started with All-Star leaderboard, so we've got Red Stain, Gossypium. We've got all this stuff. We're just in a great spot to be for the start. Pierce Power is nice for us. We do have mostly Pierce. We've got some Blunt too, but it's mostly Pierce for the most part. I want to say, it can go either way though, really. But yeah, so obviously, team's going to be something like, what's the best way to do this? Something like that, sure. Of course, running an N-Corp team, so we're going to be able to do a bunch of bleed shenanigans. We're going to be able to do a bunch of whistles, potentially. The only issue, of course, is the fact that you don't have any lust, so we can't really go for, like, full lust resonant shenaniganery, but we can get a fair bit of it off. We're also going to need to be a little bit cautious about Sinclair's sanity, of course. Don't want him corroding too heavily, right? Not that it's that big of an issue if he does. Because he'll just... I mean... I didn't see for sure, but assumably we do have 9-2 on, which is a little bit rough. We've hit some of our allies because it is blunt damage, and most of this team is weak to blunt. Everyone's weak to blunt in this team except for the 2 grip units, since they're weak to slash instead. But yeah. Yeah, we're gonna try not having you corrode, though, if we can manage it. We'll see. As long as we get whistles off every once in a while, we'll be pretty fine. But yeah, it's gonna be really nice just having the Nagellandhammer Scriptures, because getting Fanatic every turn is pretty cool. It's not a strong statistic, but it's basically a +1 skill power up to enemies with nails. And if things all go according to plan, which it should, because Nagellandhammer Scriptures also makes us inflict nails, we should basically just always get a bit of skill power up, so that's cool. And also, if we get lucky enough to find the actual, unchanging floor, we could get, what's it called? It's got a weird name, I forget its name. We get the other part of the fusion, and then we fuse that with Nagellandhammer Scriptures, and then we get the, Humanity Book, whatever it's called. Which is just nice, I think. So that's the hope. See if we can actually make some use out of it, right? Hard is just kind of preferable for going for stuff like this, because it's just you've got more time to do it, right? If we get a... Can you even get a floor 2 unchanging? I don't know. I guess I should pull that up. Might be good to know. More of these guys, of course. Simple enough. We can get another one of these. If Sinclair stays at high sanity, I'm kind of fine with that, right? I don't know if that's, the best way to deal with... I just kind of prefer dealing with him like that, right? I could try maintaining his sanity and stuff, but I'm not that concerned. Unconfronting... Did I say unchanging? I meant to say unconfronting. Unchanging is wrong. The unconfronted only can show up on the 2nd floor. So we really need to seed here, otherwise it's going to be basically an instant, failure to get, what's it called? I can check the name. Squalidity, that's what we're looking for. So we'll have to see on that front if we get lucky. Luckily, there is a shop on floor 2, so definitely very doable if we do get it as an option. But if we don't, then we're going to be in a rough spot. So just gotta hope, right? All there is to it. We're not quite out of the woods on this stage, though. Still gotta fight Guido. Oh, and we get to get Wound Clear to ++ here as well. So that's pretty nice. I'll take a random bleed gift. No dice, that's fine. Rest up. Like I said. Wound Cleared ++ for the funny. Could also do Red Stain, Gossypium ++. I think I will. It's kind of spending a lot more cost than I'd like, but I'm fine selling some stuff if it benefits us. in the long run. Oh no, this isn't. This is Faith and Erosion. I forgot which floor we were on. No, it's not Guido. It's one of the different types of corroded inquisitors. I think this is dogs. Yeah, that works too though. Right, not that big of a deal. Neutral, I doubt it. You can't win a clash, unfortunate. Would have been good. And we'll do something like that, and that should work out well. Big guy's definitely gonna get enraged, but that's fine. We're also gonna get a lot of bleed on him, thanks to Wound Declared ++, and just starting out with so much bleed as it is, thanks to the upgraded red Gossypium. Nice. Getting rid of this thing's evasions, so we don't have to worry about those, is always a good thing to see. And yeah, just stacking bleed in general. Good stuff. Cool, yeah, you're frenzied. These two aren't frenzied, but they probably will be. Because it depends on how we do this. If we enactment you, you're not actually going to frenzy next turn. So yeah, we'll try that. Knight Heretics you. Everyone else is going to go for you, though. Cool. Should work out. You've got plus coin drop here, but it doesn't actually help us, so that's fine. Oh, you've got paralysis, so it's lying to us a little bit, aren't you? Well, that's fine. We're living, so... didn't need to worry about that too much. Plus coin drop doesn't help because they're only using negative coins, but it'd be funny if it did help. Still such a strong status effect for Kleinheim or Heathcliff to have. He's not the only one, of course, but he was the first one. Gotten it from a couple of the random sources since then. Like stuff like Middle Merso, Regret Faust. I think one of the Red Eyes for Ryoshu? I think there's a couple random sources of it. Not that it makes too big of a difference, right? Okay. We're killing these guys. Simple as that. I'm not too concerned. We'll get some decent bleed damage off. We'll probably just be able to kill them, even if we're mostly going for weaker attacks. We've got a couple stronger attacks in the mix, too. Like, you know, Ironclad Retribution definitely gets the kill. Cool. I'm not doing anything super strong this turn on you, but you're taking some bleed damage. Merso should get the stagger. And Dawn skill 1 can just kill, right? Yeah, 3 HP left, definitely. Cool. Good first floor. And we just kind of gotta hope we get real lucky here. Otherwise, the entire purpose of the run is not invalidated, but, you know, not looking great. Now go to Hammer Scriptures. Give me a bunch of cost. It's the most useful thing here, I think. There's unconfronting. Okay, excellent. Oh, I should have taken a look. Is Squalidity a bleed ego gift? I should probably check just to make sure I'm not about to throw. I think I can pull it up without too much of a hassle, potentially, right? I don't know, it should be... I don't remember, actually. I really need to check, I think. You know, give me a minute to check, and then we'll get back to this. Okay, I checked to be safe, and it sure is bleed, so bleed refreshes are probably going to be our best friend here. Don't care for anything that isn't Squalidity here, even the stuff that's really good for us. We just need Squalidity. Not looking good. We can sell some of these stuff pretty easily, though. I'm not too worried. I'm fine without Tomorrow's Fortune as well. As nice as it is, there's Squalidity. Excellent. Perfect. Alright, we've got our run. Faust skill change is funny, too, but, eh. Yeah, we're still doing fairly well. We didn't have to sacrifice that much for Squalidity. I was worried we'd get really unlucky, or have to rely on getting it randomly sometime throughout this floor, but no, we're looking good. Faust skill change would be nice, but do we really... I'll sell Awe. I don't really care for it that much. Get you another execution just because it's funny. Alright, there we go. Looking good. Pet the fox, grab the thing that buffs mass attacks, because we're going to be mass attacking a fair bit, I'm sure. Fluid sack and the like. Always useful. And yeah, go for this fight. Okay. You've got neutral here, that's fine. Yeah, everyone is Fnatic every turn now, which is pretty cool, because every turn, right? Yeah, turn start. It wasn't just combat start or something, that's nice. And this means that we just do more damage with bleed and stuff. Very interesting ego gift, because it's, you know, just a bunch of nails being stabbed through a prosthetic head, I assume. I just can't tell. I assume that's an eye and a mouth, right? And of course, Nago and Hammer Scriptures is a can of N-Corp's weird singularity ooze thing, right? Of course. We're doing good now. I'm excited to... I don't even remember exactly what the effects of the N-Corp fusion, right? Because I got it once... I just got it because when I was trying to go for every single ego gift, I saw it was an opportunity. It was like a poise team or something, probably. Don't think I had a single N-Corp unit, but I managed to get the fusion gift. Whatever its name is. I don't remember. Yeah, so I'm sure it'll be cool to see. I also forget his name. I keep calling it Humanity. I don't think it's called Humanity, though. It's something else, you know, of that level of, like... That's what I'm looking for. I don't know. It's something else of that vibe, right? Something that makes them sound like they think they're super, you know, cool and stuff when they're not that cool. Got him. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I'd like to get the Bleed Fusion gift. I'm not that concerned about it, though. We'll probably get it before floor 4, right? Struggling? Not really. Yeah, because we won't be able to get the floor 3. You won't get the fusion gift by the floor 3 shop, most likely, unless we get stupidly lucky here. But we can just aim to get, like, smoke and wires as the floor 3 clear reward. And then, if we're lucky, we can get, you know, the actual, muzzle from the shop on the 4th floor, maybe? Or maybe we'll just get it randomly. I'll keep on trying to prioritize going for random bleed gift reward cards. See if we can get stuff from those. And we don't really need anything at this point beyond just more bleed stuff, so it's worth risking. The 33% chance to get ego gifts, I think. I guess we'll see, though. We will see. Doing good damage here. Squilidity is making us just do a bunch of damage with all of our attacks. I assume for most people, most attacks have bleed on them. There's some exceptions, of course. Stuff like Dawn's skill 2 doesn't have bleed. Heathcliff's skill 2 and skill 3 don't have any bleed. Potentially some other examples. Merso's skill 1 might not have bleed? I don't remember. There's some random things like that, right? So not everything we have gets benefits. Yeah, no bleed in your skill 1. Your other 2 stuff have nails, though. Your skill 2 doesn't have it, but your other stuff does. Everything, you've definitely got everything. And I guess your skill 1 isn't bleed. And your skill 3, it doesn't inflict bleed, right? See, we don't have to, like, bleed on everything, right? Which is fine. I don't really need it on everything. It just kind of means we won't get the, like, benefits from everything if we do manage to get Bloody Mist, but we still get enough benefits to warrant it. I mean, it's double damage. How can you say no to double damage? You'd have to be a little bit foolish, I think. At least in my personal opinion. There's definitely a bit of foolishness involved in such a circumstance. Nice. Also, we could... I don't even think I got Wishing Karen on Dawn right now, yeah. We don't really gain that much of benefits if we get the bleed fragment, because that's the other bleed tier 4. But, so I think it hits Sagra to Sancho. What is cast? I guess that might be it? Does Corroded Impending Day count? No, it doesn't because it's a corrosion. Even if it did count, it's self-bleed, so I don't even know if it would count if it did count corrosions. Yeah, I think... Oh yeah, we do actually get Sanguine Desire, though. If we go for the bleed... You know what, if I see the bleed fragment, I might take it. Yeah, just because I forgot we have Sanguine Desire. I keep on forgetting about Sanguine Desire. It's a cool ego and stuff. It's just not, like, always the most applicable, so it's kind of easy to forget sometimes, right? Because the real test of Sanguine Desire is probably going to be Railway 4. That'll probably be, like, in a month or 2, right? We still need to get time killing time still. Sooner or later, I'm sure. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a little teaser image sometime this week. Maybe we already have by the time this is going up. I never know. We'll just see. If it's gonna end up being like a Moses ID or something like that, which I kind of doubt, but you know, I can still hope, then we probably would get a teaser ID. But it's most likely gonna be something Tremory for Honglu, right? Or you'd really think so. They just gave Honglu Tremor Eco, but like, when we got Soda Honglu, everyone was saying, yeah, this means we're getting a Poise ID for Honglu soon, right? And we just didn't. We still don't. He's the only center without a Poise ID. So it's kind of a little bit too hopeful to think that their ego is going to immediately precede our respective ID, right? That's fine. I'm still going to pray on, let's do a little pray on the Cavernous Wailing Honglu's downfall. I don't like the idea of it, so I hope it's bad. I don't think there's ever been anything I've actively hoped it was bad, because everything I thought was cool and stuff. I really like the animation and stuff, but Tremor Reverb just seems so lame. So I wish, you know, the worst onto Honglu's Wailing. Singular's Wailing, I hope it's really good, though. It seems funny. I have to still hope for the best for that. I guess I have just done 2 bleed runs in a row, huh? Because yesterday was also, you know, a special bleed, and this time it's more special bleed. This time we're focusing on, like, N-Corp and, you know, Nails, Fnatic, shenanigans like that, instead of, you know, the maggoty horribleness that was yesterday. I don't know, it was funny. It was worth it. It is a shame the N-Corp fusion can only be gotten on hard if you get the correct floor 1 and floor 2, because those are the only things they can show up on. I really thought Unconfronting could... Okay, that's lucky. I really thought Unconfronting would have been able to show... Okay, we got that back. Would it be able to show up on floor 3 or something? It's really only floor 2 here. That's really funny. That means even in normal, it's only shows up on floor 3. Oh yeah, let me, You know how it is. Chroma time, after all. Don't worry, I made sure to prepare the music. Oh god, that's far too loud. There we go, we got Sneaky Snitch going. You know, classic Chroma music. We're gonna bleed you a bunch. Sanguine Desire doesn't actually matter that much because we do have, what's its face? Red Gossypium. You might get dodged, that's fine. We're gonna get a bunch of random bleed on you, I'm sure. Get a bunch of nails on you too by just the Nagland Hammer scriptures, so that'll be funny. It also means we get some other random things, like both, you know, because we're always going to have Fnatic, it means that Sinclair's skill 2 and skill 3 are always going to get the little 10%, 15% damage buffs. I think that's what it is. Because I think they just gain straight-up buffs for having Fnatic to their damage output. That's always cool. You do 70% more damage to targets with 5+ nails with your skill 3, and in case you can't tell, she's definitely got over 5 nails. 18, in fact, which is a lot. Yeah, it's gonna be good for the bleed count too, yeah, god. Yeah, we just increased your bleed count by... Yeah. A little bit funny, you've got paralysis now. Which is actually pretty fine, because it's pretty truthful, because you're only going for single coin attacks. Who are you gonna gaze into? I mean, it's kind of obvious who we're gonna let you gaze into, I think. Rodan, you take it. You're the worst in this team. Hate to say it, but I think it's true. I don't know, maybe she's better than Merso, honestly, because Rodan at least has Lust. And also has Sanguine Desire, which is linked to factor in, I suppose. We probably did kill you this turn. I tried not going for, you know, the strongest of attacks, but it's still strong enough that you probably do die this turn. Yeah, definitely. Especially with how much damage we deal because of our random shenanigans that we get from various sources. That's fine, it just means Rhodion's staggered next turn, that's alright. We saved gripping so we can grip them all this turn. Do a bunch of random clash winning shenanigans. Roll a moral and acmate you. We'll try that, sure. Rhodion's gonna get hit a little bit, but only by a fairly weak attack, so I'm not too concerned. Plus coin drop on the left arm, just because why not? Nice. Get a little bit of bleed going. Not the most. But the maw also is going to break pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. It usually doesn't last very long, so it should be fine. Also, gripping is going to be really good. It's a bunch of nails. Yeah, gripping's just straight up 5 nails. It's kind of stupid. On top of the fact inflicts gaze. Oh, and you've been staggered. We don't have white Gossypium yet, so, gonna do him. The left arm's the one that we got the coin power drop on, right? Yeah, coin plus coin drop. So that's gonna roll horribly. Fine by me. I guess we'll drive it, because we might as well. If Merso gets hit by that, I'm not that concerned, and it's not a bleed attack, so it doesn't do very much for us. Oh, random tails is nice. 15 sanity, so we have lost some sanity on Sinclair. So the odds of it happening weren't that low. And I think we're probably going to do enough damage here that we're going to be able to stagger you, probably? Will we? That might be a bit close, yeah. 307, I don't know if that's enough. I know it's 300 for the Kanto version. Oh, and you won this clash, actually, so we're fine. Yeah, that's under 300. Okay, so we get a stagger here? No, we don't. Huh. If we should show up vulnerability soon. I see. So it's not quite time yet. It almost is, right? You're getting thwacked. You can get thwacked, I think. You can live with it. We should be able to do enough. You should be able to do 300 damage to you without too much of a hassle, I think. Don't have anything too insane. I mean, we've got a Sinclair skill, too. And you're already at 50 HP, so Sinclair definitely finished the job. Even if you got all heads, still would have been a kill, I think. Definitely. Cool. There's our victory. And so we can stop the sneaky snitch for now. I'll still keep it saved in the background, though, because depending on which floor we go for, we might need it back. And we got our white Gossypium now. That's cool. We can upgrade that this floor. I'll take this. We might get lucky. No dice, that's fine. See, what do we want here? It's gonna force us to get the... It's gonna really try and force us to get the Grime Snake, isn't it? Don't know how much I care for it. Right. Should have probably gone for something. Bleed tier 3, though. Yeah, that's okay. We'll take Emotional Craving. Both these enemies seem fairly bleedable. Maybe. Yeah, it is Fusion Gift time. Choose Bleed just, you know, for the luck of it. Throw on Nagamnemer Scriptures and Squalidity. And we get... What's it called? Wholeness, that's it, okay. So now you inflict even more nails upon winning a clash. Gain Fanatic and deal more damage because bleed. If there's 5 plus energy for End Corp, you gain more final power, more plus coin power, less minus coin power, attacks with like more nails, and the corp entities at max SP gain damage up each turn. So yeah, that's it's pretty cool, isn't it? We could also try some shenanigans here. Might as well. Key and branch, okay, that's fine. If we were really lucky, we could have theoretically fused smoke and wires there, but no dice, that's fine. I'm not that concerned. I'll go with Awe too, why not? It's not something I'd usually upgrade. We'll roll with it. Something a little bit zany. We could get fourth front of the smoke floor on this. Fourth front of the smoke war on this floor. Which would mean we get smoke and wires for free here, which could also be nice. If not, I'll try and stockpile ego gifts, potentially try fusing up to smoke and wires the next rest stop if need be, or maybe just be able to buy it in the shop if we get lucky. I won't be too picky though, I'll just buy random stuff in the shop, maybe get more skill 3s into someone decent. Yeah, we're gonna gain a bunch of buffs, like, basically every turn now. Pretty cool to see. I'm glad we got to make it use. Yeah, 30% damage up on everyone is just really solid. And you get it sometimes, whenever you're at max sanity at the start of a turn, though, which isn't that likely. Because it seems to be, you need to be at it before, like, even whistles would trigger, right? So unless you, like, only defended or something last turn, it's probably not going to be likely that you're going to have max sanity much at all. Everyone else gets 3 damage, though. And it's not that Sinclair really needs the 3 damage up, right? He's definitely the one who needs it the least. Yeah, we're doing a lot already. This is the cool ego gift. It definitely seems like the coolest, Is it the coolest of the floor-specific ones? It might be. Although the issue, of course, is that it only works for the specific team. But if you're running the specific team and you manage to get this fusion gift, then you're in a good spot, I think. The sloth guy here, that's fine. Shouldn't be that big of an issue. Emerald Ackment, it says it's a bad clash, but it's lying, of course. As it always does. Just do something like that. Execution definitely is a bit of an execution here. It doesn't kill, unfortunately. We don't get the funny sanity and damage offs and stuff. But you're close enough that you'll probably die from just some random Dobby attack next turn, I had to guess. I guess if you win a clash in a certain way, he could get to 45 sanity like that. But because he gains half as much sanity from clashing and stuff, it's kind of hard to get Sinclair to 45. That's alright, though. Like I said before, he doesn't need the 30 damage up, or 30% damage up. He really doesn't. We get some staggers, that's nice. Good for Gossypium. Get a bunch of bleed on these guys. They should all just bleed to death if I had to guess. I'll go for decent clashes just in case. But, like, the bleeding is going to do a lot here. And just the fact that we've got strong attacks in general because of how many random buffs we get. Yeah, kill that guy before he even gets the chance to bleed to death. That's funny. This guy definitely dies. Nice. Moral Neckmate Gaming. And you bleed to death. Cool. Looking cool. Cigarette holder. I guess we could go for random poison ends if we so desired. No luck, that's fine. I'm still going to keep on gambling that. Slash weak floor. I can't imagine it being anything that rough, right? Slash weak on the... Well, it's the gluttony weak floor, so which tells us basically nothing. Okay, it's either any buttons. That's a little scary, but... Seems we're mostly in control. It's not that big of a deal. Emerald Neckman actually might lose this. Unit speed is faster than the targets, which is not the slash resist down, which doesn't even matter that much. Oh, you're gonna like paralyze next turn. I'm willing to risk it for Sinclair, honestly. I could have him ego or something, could have him pull out one of his egos if I wanted to. I'm willing to go for a funny risk, though. It's not the biggest deal, right? Oh, that's an instant kill. Well, that's nice. We get the blunt and pierce damage up. Unfortunately, you were fairly late in the turn order. You actually might have been the last in the turn order because of enemy speed shenanigans. Well, that's fine. You got the SP gain, so you are at 45 SP this turn, so you got the 30% damage buff. Onto this Infirm Retribution. Or not Infirm Retribution, onto the Moral Enactment you're going for. You're not going for an Moral Enactment. I thought the Infirm Retribution wasn't a Moral Enactment. Okay. He's just going for a skill one. Well, that's fine. You get a 30% damage up on the Coerced Judgment then. Which still does, you know, decent damage, right? It's not great, but it's decent. These guys are all just suffering so much. Love to see it. These guys will perish, and they're going to enjoy it. Maybe they shouldn't enjoy it, actually, thinking about it, but they'll enjoy it. Such has been ordained. Okay, and this is the end of the floor. Cool. Commemorative coin. Sure thing. It's nice. And that's Dimensional... Wayward Passenger. Almost called him Dimension Shredder. That's his ego name. Yeah, but it's you time. Fairly bearable, yeah. Especially when we've got great speed. Struggling, eh? That's a neutral, okay. Shouldn't be that surprised, I guess. Shenanigans aplenty. We'll do something like this, cool. Looks good enough. I'm not that concerned. Some nails in this guy, he's gonna bleed so much. This is something I actually don't know. Does White Gossypium ruin the whole, you know, first turn stagger, prevent him from doing his funny thing next turn? I don't know if it does. Wait, I assume it wouldn't, but White Gossypium is really weird. Unstaggering enemies is just such a strange effect. And just, it always works so differently depending on the scenario, right? We didn't even need to go for the neutral, that's nice. We staggered both arms, so logically you shouldn't teleport away, and you didn't. Okay, good to know. That's what I was expecting to happen, don't get me wrong, but it's just still good to make sure, right? Funny song. Okay. What are those rolls? Jeez. The offense level difference because of the White Gossypium. Did he get, like, all heads and then still roll, like, a 19 on a Moral Judgment? Because that's kind of stupid. And I know it's because, you know, the 20 minus, you know, offense level means we get a stupid amount of Clash Power, and it was only the Clash Power, not the actual damage, but that was still so stupid. And cool, you just bleed to death. Not really a shocker there. Jeez. We get some random tier 1 though, right? That's a reward. Yeah, we get the Grimy Iron Stake. It's out of the bleed pool at least. That's the important part. No luck there, that's fine. Because we can go for... I kind of want to do a floor that doesn't have smoke and wires, I think. I'm kind of tempted to go for you. Jun might be an issue though. Yeah, Jun would be a real issue. You know what? I'm fine with that. We'll go Kim floor. Oh, it does mean we're gonna roll for bleed and we might get some of the floor specific stuff though, which doesn't really help us because we don't have Kurokumo stuff. Clean Mirror, Calm Water. I'll take it. Yeah, Black Ledger. Not great. Fragment of Inertia. That's funny. Yeah, do a bleed reroll, at least one, right? See if we get lucky. We did not get lucky. I'll take all this random stuff then, why not? Sell some stuff maybe? Stuff that really isn't going to help us too much. Could actually focus on Keen Branch. I don't really care too much about it though, I don't like it. Get you another skill 3. Less bleed, but more funny. Worthwhile trade-off. That's a Jun. Should have thought that through a little bit more, shouldn't I? Yeah. Okay, this is fine. He doesn't counter turn 1 is the good thing. So we might be able to just bleed him out. It's actually not bad. If we're planning to bleed him out, we can get a Sanguine Desire off. Kind of a little unfortunate. You might lose this Clash, which means you take a lot of damage because you're weak to Slash. We can Hex Nail you instead. That counts as bleed. Sure, we'll roll with that. Double egoing turn 1, but we don't really want to mess around with Jun too much, I don't think. He's a bit of a nuisance like that, isn't he? Sanguine Desire won't gain a big damage buff, because not only did we have not great Lust Resistance that turn, he also only has 4 bleed. And it only counts bleed potency for Sanguine Desire, right? I think so. It still does a lot of decent bit of damage because you're weak to Slash, but not a lot. I mean, the Tails roll definitely didn't help, that's for sure. That's fine. Here we go, this time we rolled heads. This does mean you're going to be losing 20 Sandy a turn for the rest of the fight, basically, so... At least you hit Jun, though, so I'm not too worried. Nice to see, I guess, yeah. Hexnailed is more bleed. Never mind, that's a tails. It's only more bleed on heads. That's fine. We got more bleed either way. Did we kill any of his allies? So that's the main thing. Because if we did kill one of his allies, he's guaranteed to counter next turn. If we didn't, then it's only if he gains the third skill slot, I believe, because that's how it works. Okay, so no counter, that's good. We should be fine here then. Struggling against this guy? Why this guy? It's kind of weird. I really don't want to ego with you though, yeah. I'll just roll with it and hope for the best. Maybe you'll bleed the enemy to death. Actually, the enemy looks like they didn't have very much bleed at all. Did they just not get hit very much at all last turn and that was the issue? Could have been. That's fine. You die to the Infirm Retribution, so we are killing some of your allies now, but that's fine. I'm not that concerned at this point, right? It means your counter is going to be pretty unmemorable, even if you do pull it out, because it's not going to gain a bunch of stupid coins. Getting some bleed damage, not a lot, but that's fine. Rodion gets staggered, that's okay. Sinclair also loses that, he's fine though. Jun should bleed to death here, yeah, definitely. So we can just do whatever. Get the whistles, why not? Bleed to death. Murder to death, cool. Wasn't too bad. And, okay. More random fodder is nice. We'll just go for a normal fight, might as well. Also could benefit getting like a fluid sack off or something. We kind of could benefit some random SP, HP gain, right? Your SP is not great, your HP is not great. You're actually fine though. Yeah, I'm not that concerned after, you know, careful analysis. I'm at 9-2 with you. You're gonna double up, that's fine. We get the whistles off. So that's funny. And these guys are at least neutral to the 9-2, right? So that's something. You get heads in the other one, that's fine. You're at -7 now, so it's a little bit worse. That's cool. You know, maybe you'll get to low SP one day. Don't really expect it. You don't really expect it too much on a full N-Corp team. Stuff like whistles just kind of maintains it a little too well. We're killing enemies super fast. He doesn't have a lot of time to use his skills. And we're also not giving him 2 skill slots, you know, immediately, which would also help him lose more sanity. But it's also not that big of a deal, so I'm not that concerned. Ripping that guy. Nice. Yeah, we're always going to gain the funny random haste from the, what's it called, the Ego gift. Assorted Him or whatever. I don't remember its name, but it triggers whenever all enemies have bleed. And because we have red Gossypium, all enemies are going to have bleed. Simple as that. Victory, cool. Good to see. Event. Maybe a bleed lineage one. Okay, we'll take this, sure. Slash is something that we clearly have a lot of. Yeah, look at this. Rusted Hill. Allies gain slash power up. That's pretty cool. Whatever you do, don't count enemy slash skills we have. Oh, weaken enemies slash resistance. That's pretty cool. Don't count how many slash decks the team has. Oh, we failed this one anyways. 20 SP loss from Urso. Poor guy. He just wanted to talk to them about swords or whatever it is, and he failed spectacularly. It wouldn't have mattered to us anyways, but it would have been nice to have another, you know, fusion gift fodder. A little bit of damage, wholesome. I hope at upside 5 they'll just add like Nails Infliction or something on Heath's skill 3. Kind of my only big issue with N-Corp Heathcliff is like he's a strong unit, but like his Nails Infliction is bad. He's very bad for bleed. He's a skill 1's the only one that does stuff, but he's pretty good for just clashing and damage and just debuffing in general, right? It's like it's not that big of a deal. It only matters when you're trying to make use of bleed of him. But it means like getting rid of one of his skill 1s for a skill 3 did just make his bleed significantly worse. Of course, his damage is a lot better, so it's not that big of a deal, but another one of those minor nitpicks I have. But of course, the flaws to each ID is what makes them uniques. That's the kind of thing. Like, I say this like it's like, oh yeah, this would be great, but it wouldn't necessarily be great, right? Of course, it makes the ID better, but if all IDs were good at, you know, a little bit of everything, then it would kind of ruin a lot of the fun, right? Bit of trade-off. If you're trying to run a bleed team, would you take, you know, an N-Corp unit to synergize with that sort of shenaniganery, or a unit that's good at bleed to, you know, get that sort of shenaniganery? The answer is often, you know, the midpoint, right? Get a bit of both, or, you know, super specialize in one or the other, I guess, is also an option. Oh, we've been railroaded into another gen. Cool. Well, we've seen the strategy here. We just, bleed, I think. Wrathriz is interesting. We could have actually Sanguine Desire if I was thinking a little harder. That's fine. I'm not concerned. We'll get some bleed stacked, hopefully. I mean, we will get some bleed stacked. It's some favored clashes, though, so if things go wrong, gulp. Cool. Stack some bleed with the Cleanse the Sin, and then spend some bleed with the Ironclad Retribution. Okay, we do win the clash, so that's good. More bleed is also nice. Doing decently on bleed for you, cool. And you didn't gain the skill slot, so we're fine. Nice. We actually don't necessarily kill you this turn, though. We don't have a lot of attacks, but we should be able to kill some of your allies, I think. And I do believe. Execution might kill. It did kill. Unfortunately, it's fairly late into the actual set of attacks, so might take a bit for the blunt and pierce to trigger. It's triggered for, I think, just Dawn and Faust got it. That's unfortunate, but it's still alright. Okay, Jin died. Nice. Arrested him, yeah. What is his name? It's a little funny how Wholeness is pulling up twice for Sinclair there. I assume because it's factoring in, like, the nails on Clash Win thing and the damage thing separately, so it's pulling it up twice for each factor, maybe? I don't know why. Something like that, maybe. Okay, rest stop time. We're gonna try some shenanigans. Stuff we don't need. We definitely don't need Rusted Hilt. If paired with a tier 2, does that get us? No, that's not good enough. Don't have any other tier 3s. What if we pull out some tier 1s? That's not good enough. Okay, what if we do it like this? That's pretty good, actually, yeah. Didn't factor that thing in. I'm going bleed. Let's see, more bleed count. Sure, it's a cool idea, I guess. Okay, we got the 10% chance of it not being a bleed thing. That's fine. I like how I took clear Mirror Calm Water, but still didn't have Nebulizer's thing to actually benefit off of it. It's a funny idea, right? That's why I took it. We'll get Smoke and Bars next floor, probably, and then we'll be set. Yeah, choosing the Kim floor was definitely a bit of an issue. I kind of had realized that beforehand, but just saying it out loud for, you know, just clarifying that I understand it wasn't a great move on my part. Okay, we can't clash everything here. That's not great. We'll let Merso get hit by something. Yeah, just don't clash that. Okay, that's simple enough. Sure, we get whistles too. Cool. Ironclad Retribution is, you know, doing some work. Never mind. Why do I say things? It was lying. Like, incredibly lying. After, you know, thinking about it a little harder. I also spent a lot of bleed count that really didn't do very much damage to him, so that's kind of painful to see. That's okay. We'll get some more bleed count and stuff off here. From Retribution won't, but everything else will. Also, you know, we're gonna... Bleed count's not an issue, because, once again, nails, right? It'll be perfectly fine. Gripping. Yeah, you're at like 70 bleed now, cool. Good stuff. That's a lie, I assume. I'm fine with a lie. I'll accept it. Should I? Maybe not. I do think we stagger you here, though. And you know, if you land more hits, you take more bleed damage. That's fine by me. Purify, obviously, is fine. This also, I think, will stagger you. The bleed, not quite in there. Not quite there yet. You've got 4+ coin drop next turn. It's a shame you don't have a single plus coin in your entire arsenal, but... Once again, Heathcliff's just doing his best, alright? That's the part that matters. Yeah, we're not doing the most damage here. If we had Bloody Mist, we'd be doing double damage with most of our skills, which would have helped out a little bit, don't get me wrong. But we're also fine. You get unstaggered, yeah. You're still lying to us with a lot of your stuff, so that's a little bit rude. The paralysis is not nice. That's okay. It means we're gonna be fine with this though, right? You get countered, a fairly weak counter, and you're our tank, so you can handle it. Yeah, and you've got so much offense and defense level down here that we are winning clashes with kind of stupidly high numbers. I kind of forgot about that part. And yeah, there is the bleed. Cool. Bit of a foolish choice of lore, but we get the cutting knife now, so that's something. More HP for enemies, that's fine. Take red order, sure. Why not? Random bleed? No dice. That's fine. What do we want here? I like the idea of going for this. Although we might get King Trash Grab, which is lame. But I like Wayward Passenger. We've already fought him this run, though. But I like the idea of getting Dong back, you know? She's cool. Killing her with N-Corp is random, but funny, I think. Let's see. Hellfire. That's pretty interesting. There's Smoke and Wires. And Respite. Also Heathcliff's skill change, but I don't care about that too much. Heathcliff, or no, not Heathcliff. Sinclair getting the skill change is funny. We'll roll with that. And yeah, we'll press on, I think. Rupture Floor is not that bad, really. Still always confuses me how Dongback is a Rupture enemy. But that's how it goes. It's kind of like Dongring being on the bleed floor. Like, you don't really associate them with it, but I guess they have it. So it's what they fall under. Right. So that's fine. We're also fairly fine here still. There's only 2 of these people not going for defensive skills, so that's funny. And more self-destructive purges is always nice. We do love when the purge is self-destructive. Nice. Okay, and then we'll just do more random attacks this turn. Yeah. It's not a fight that we need to care too much. We're okay. After like the first turn or two, you've already staggered all the enemies. They're already getting like stacked with offense and defense level down, thanks to the, you know, the beauty that is White Gossypium. And so it's fairly easy to win clashes and stuff. I say that, but I don't even think we staggered any of them last turn, did we? Kind of was on autopilot, so forgive me for not paying attention to that stuff. We staggered this guy, it seems, maybe. Or did we just stagger him now? I can't tell. It's hard to tell. We got an execution kill though, so, you know, enjoy our blunt and pierce damage up. Let's go. It's only 10%, so I kind of focus on it simply because it is really underwhelming, but, you know, it's something that exists, so I like to point it out because it's something that doesn't trigger very frequently. You bleed to death. 1 and bonk. Cool. Who else is gonna show up on the rupture floor? Because it's gonna be you guys, it's gonna be the crabs, some certain K-Corp guys have rupture. Some other random things, I'm sure. Oh, this is rupture. I'll take the poise you gift, though. High chances? I believe in you. Cool. Endorphin kits, which doesn't really help us much at all, but we have it. And that's what matters. More events is cool. It seems we might be forced to just take these paths straight on from then on. That's alright. This is crabs. Pierce Gloom Sloth. It's one of those undeniably, easily recognizable weakness combinations. It's crabs. We've got some Pierce of our own, so we can definitely cut through these things' shells without too much of a hassle. Going for a fair bit of blunt attacks too, but it's because they're funny. You want to go for the lust stuff for the whistles, right? More so just because they're stronger attacks than going for like skill ones and stuff, but you know what I mean. Struggling. So you say. They're just gonna bleed to death, yeah. Oh no, darn. I was really hoping we'd keep on tying or something because that was funny. But no. Sinclair got a random tails and you know that helped him out. So that's unfortunate. This is an execution kill though, without a doubt. And boink. Cool. Let's go. So the other execution kill, who's it going for? If so, it could be funny. Does it stagger? No. I think if the second coin staggered, it probably would have straight up killed just because of funny damage modifiers, but not quite enough. That's alright. We'll live with our 1 pierce damage up this turn then. And our 1 blunt damage up this turn. You bleed to death. I guess you don't. You died in an actual... No, you do. That's 2 coin skill. I thought it was only going for a 1 coin skill for a second there, but no, that was 2 coins. You do in fact bleed to death. My apologies for doubting your ability to die due to lack of blood. More crabs. We do get a choice after this though, so if we do have an event, we can choose it. That's nice. Crabs, Immoral Enactment is guaranteed to win that clash, yeah. No worries. Just, you know, quick little mental scan, I figured that we were destined to win. And things such as, you know, bad predictions couldn't change that. Just how confident I am of my skills. My skills of purging heretics. Oh, I should have actually tried to go for KQE. That would have been the funniest option. Yeah, go for the charge floor, potentially get KQE. Because that's the one thing that counts as a mechanical amalgam, right? There's still been nothing since then that counts as a mechanical amalgam. Maybe one day that Sinclair skill tree will have another purpose. I'm sure it's sooner or later, right? Probably later. But it's been over a year since we got Grip Sinclair, and KQE is still the only mechanical amalgam. Oh, is it today? Let me check my calendar. Is it today, or is it... No, it's not today. It's 2 days from now. Yeah, in 2 days it'll be the 1-year anniversary of Kanto 4, so that's pretty funny to think about. And these guys are all blooded out. They're all, you know, offense leveled out. So yeah, just let them bleed. 1, 2, 3. And that one we just killed with the gripping because that was going to go for the top right guy, so it would turn into a one-sided. Nice. Love killing crabs. Okay, I'll take a normal fight. Blunt fight. What's it going to be? K-Corp guys, I guess? What else is weak to blunt that? Oh yeah, it could be robots. Or it could just be talisman guys, that's right. Always forget about these guys, not gonna lie. Just kinda slipped my mind a lot, I guess. I don't know. We're rhyme shading. We really don't need to be rhyme shading, but they're weak to it, right? They're weak to blunt, they're weak to gloom. Rhyme shading is both of them. So it does good damage here. Even if we don't really need the sinking. We will double up on it, so that'll be funny. It's letting Sinclair's attack go before we double up, though, it seems. Cool, there we go. Then we got heads on this one. So yeah, this one's just gonna do a lot. And the sinking is nice to get these guys SP low, but, you know, they're actual enemies, so it's just SP damage, not, you know, actual gloom damage, because they've got SP, right? Once again, though, that's fine. The only one left is the one that wasn't hit by the Rhyme Shank onslaught, or at least wasn't hit by the second Rhyme Shank, I guess. I think it was hit by the first one. Cool, there we go. That's the final normal fight. I do believe it looked like the paths were converging, so we get our shop, rest stop, into boss. Nice. Shop, what do we want? Skill 3? We'll get you another skill 3, why not? And we'll save this to upgrade something random, maybe? I guess. Once again, I don't really know. Sure, we'll get Arrested Him ++ for more benefits. That's cool. Go for bleed. We can fuse this and this together. Gave me my Bloody Mist. Took long enough, but kind of my fault, right? Who is that? I didn't actually look. Is it? Oh, it's crabs. Well, that's fine. A little bit underwhelming as far as final bosses go, but that's fine. I'm fine with a little underwhelming fight from now and then. It's been a pretty easy run, so I'm not that bothered by an easy ender. Are you mass attacking? You are. Ooh. I'd say scary, but I don't really feel that intimidated at all. So I'm just gonna entirely attack the crab. Specifically, I'm attacking the head because it's the part that actually attacks a decent bit compared to the shell, which is like once a turn. So stacking bleed in the head is a little bit more beneficial, I think. Oh, we're actually potentially losing this? No, we're fine. Nice.
방금의 일격은 매우 좋았습니다. 제가 만약 도시에서 야구 선수가 되어 홈런을 날렸더라면 이런 기분이지 않았을까 싶군요.
Yep, there's one stagger. Do we only get one stagger here? If so, that's actually kind of optimal, right? Yeah, because we can get the other stagger next turn. Okay, you get hit a little bit, you're fine. You get hit a little bit, you're fine. You guys get hit a little bit, you're fine. Oh yeah, 2 staggers, that's fine. We can ratio the head here, can't we? We could also try ratioing the shell a little bit too, actually. Sure, roll with that. Whoop. Whoop. Didn't even need to bother with that ego. Yeah. This guy's just dead to dawn. Cool. And they all explode. So yeah, that is the power of a bunch of, you know, religion insane crusaders. I think religion insane is kind of an implied part of the word crusaders, but here, stick with me. When they get a funny book and they read the funny book and it gives them powers. They found this is their one true book. Wholeness is their idea of the one true book. It's a weird idea, that's for sure. Nice solid -627 starlight. But we'll wait till the actual week rolls over to claim rewards. Almost pressed the button by mistake. Luckily I didn't. Cool. Well, daily pull time. Final pull we get to do on the middle banner. Or not the middle, the ring. Wrong finger entirely, silly me. But yeah, today, I guess tomorrow, we're gonna be getting the funny Gleppo egos. We'll see how those roll out. I'm excited, but the numbers are gonna determine a lot. Both of them, really. Stuff like SP, resource costs. It's kind of important for egos a lot. It's always unfortunate they're not shown. But also stuff like how good stuff like Tremor Reverb is, and I'm still gonna pray for Tremor Reverb's downfall. That is the wrong team. There we go, cool. But yeah, I'm glad I got to make use of that fusion gift. I'll probably try making use of some of the other random silly fusion gifts. Potentially? I don't know. It's kind of hard to get most of them. I'm lucky I managed to get this one without too much of a hassle, although I kind of got close to not getting Squalidity in time. But anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching. and I'll see you guys next episode. Bye!